Are you struggling with savings? Do you have the urge to splurge anytime you have money? Are you one of those people who believe that saving is very important yet find it so difficult to save? Then this video is made for you. In this video, I'm going to give you tips on how you can save effectively. My name is James and you're watching Self-Made Finance. Welcome back to Self-Made Finance, where we teach you to be your own finance manager. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, hit the notification bell so that anytime we drop a video, you can have it. So we're going straight into what we're talking about today, tips on how you can save effectively or tips on how you can save well. And I know very well that you know it's very important for you to save. I know you know that, but how to go about it is a problem, and that's what I'm going to be giving you today. So the first thing you need to do when you really want to save effectively is to have a reason for saving. You know, why are you saving? Are you saving because James says you should save? Are you saving because somebody says you should save? So you should have a reason for saving, and you stick to that. You make sure that you use that funds for that purpose only. So for example, if you're saving towards your rent, you know that until your rent is due, you're not going to use that money. And that's the only way you can save. If you're saving towards your retirement, you know that your retirement is in like 20 years to come, 30 years to come. So until then, you're not going to use that money. The only time you use that money is when you want to invest that money. But when it comes to spending, you will never spend it because you know retirement is very important to you. You know, so have a reason for saving. If you don't have any reason and you're putting money aside, then definitely you're going to use it when something crops up. But once you have a reason and that thing is not due, you will never touch that money. So have a reason for saving. Secondly, save first. Save before you spend. That's what I'm talking about. The challenge people have, or the problem they have, is that they spend and whatever is left, they try to save that. It won't work. Our needs always overwhelm us when we want to do that. So please, what you need to do is to save before you spend. So anytime you receive your income or your salary, you take the percentage that you want to save first, and then you can spend the rest. That's the only way you can save well. If you want to spend before you save, then you're going to be in trouble, because definitely there are a lot of needs that you need to attend to. And so by the time you are done with all these things, there will be nothing left for you to save. So if you want to save well, please save before you spend. So what you're going to do is that, for example, if your salary is 1,000 cedis, you can say that on a monthly basis, I'm going to save 10%, which is 100 Ghana cedis. And so every month, once you receive your money, you take 100 cedis and then you put that one aside, you put that into your savings account, and then you strategize as to how you're going to spend the rest. And so once you know that this is what you have to spend, you're going to do everything to ensure that you spend within that. But once you want to spend before you save, you can never do that because your needs will always creep up and tell you to use them, you know. So please make sure that you save before you spend. Thirdly, make it simple. You know, saving shouldn't be that complicated. You save within your means, if I can put it that way. Just like we advise people to live within their means, you need to also save within your means. That's what I'm saying. So the fact that somebody who takes 10,000 Ghana cedis is saving maybe 4,000 cedis per month doesn't mean that you also need to save 4,000 cedis a month. You know, so you save based on your income, and that's what I'm saying. So you don't have to see savings as too complicated because you're looking for a very big amount to save. So no matter how small it is, just save it. That's what I'm saying. So make it very simple for yourself. Don't make it so complicated so that it will become a burden to you. Make it so simple so that you can do it freely. So make saving very simple if you want to save effectively. The next thing you need to do is to make it automatic. You know, saving should be automatic. If you want to wait and do it yourself, you can do it. So make it automatic. So you can talk to your bankers and tell them that on a monthly basis, this particular amount should leave your normal account into your savings account. That's what I'm saying. So make it automatic. So once your money, your salary hits your account, automatically it moves into that account, that savings account, that you can even restrict withdrawals on that account. So you don't have to manually do it. If you want to do it, because your needs are so many, you might not be able to do it. So make it automatic. Just talk to the bankers, and it's something very simple that it can do for you. Make your savings very automatic if you want to do it. Next, time is right. You know, start now. That's what I'm saying. So you don't have to wait till you start making a particular amount before you start saving. You don't have to wait till you move to the next job before you start, so start now. Time is very right, when it comes to, savings. Start now, irrespective of how much you're making right now. Just put something aside. And with this, you prepare yourself for the future when you start making big monies. Because if you don't start from that level where you're not making anything, when it gets to the point where you're making a lot of money, you cannot still save because you don't have that habit. So once you're able to start right now, even though you don't have much, you're able to build that habit so that when you start making a lot of money, you can as well save. The next thing you need to do is to separate your saving from your everyday spending. So if there's accounts you're opening, get a separate account for your savings, so your savings should be separate from your everyday savings, so everyday funds, so whatever you're using for your daily stuff, so get a separate account. So if it is emergency funds that you're trying to build, you get a separate account for that. So anytime you have that, you put it into that account, and until something happens that is deemed emergency, you don't go into that. If you're saving towards maybe your rent, you have a separate account for that. So have your account for your everyday stuff, your everyday spending, and have account for your separate savings that you're doing. That's the only way you can have that kind of separation where you don't dip your hands into that. So please, it's very important that you get a separate account for your savings if you really want to save effectively. Finally, check your spending. We can never talk about savings without talking about checking your spending or your expenditure. So check how you spend. You don't spend on anything at all. Spend on things that are very important, things that you need for your survival. Because you could make a million cedis, but if you don't check your spending, you still cannot save. So savings is not about how much you earn, it's about how well you're able to control your spending so that you can save, So if you really don't have control by your spending, then saving shouldn't be something that you're considering, because you can do it. So please, if you want to save very well, have control by your spending. And if you want to have control by your spending, then you should be somebody that's working with a budget, So a budget should come in here if you want to control your spending so that you can save well. So have a budget that tells you exactly how much you can spend on what, so that you can have that kind of control in your spending so that you can save. So you see, it's possible for you to save and save well. It's very possible. I know you've gone through a lot of phases, you trying to save, but it's not been working. But trust me, once you're able to go through these steps that I've given you and you really commit yourself to them, I know you can do it. So please don't be disappointed that over the years you've not been able to do that. Once you really commit yourself to these things, I know you can do it. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Self-Made Finance. God bless you.